between Japan and your country? So you mean between Japan and the US?
Mhm.
What do you think is the most biggest difference?
Well, well, maybe this is too sensitive.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
People in Japan so quiet and very busy. In my country, everyone have time.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Takashi from Japan. Today I'm going to interview foreigners in Japan. What's the biggest difference between Japan and your country? I think Japan is a unique country, like it's totally different from other countries. Let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan, and you can also learn Japanese here. So it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan without traveling or living. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Japan and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started. Where from?
I'm from the US.
US? Where in US?
I'm from New York State.
New York City.
New
Wow.
York City, not New York City, New York State.
Oh, New York City.
Not New York City.
New York State. Oh, New York State. Oh.
Yeah, it's
So kind of Chiba.
kind of, yeah.
You live in Japan?
Yeah, I've been living in Japan for a little over 4 years.
Can I ask how do you?
I'm 23. In high school, I studied abroad in Yamanashi for 1 year. I went back to the US and then I came back for university, and now I'm a university student.
Why was it Yamanashi? I've never been actually.
I didn't get to choose
Oh, I see.
Yamanashi, but it was nice because not many people speak English. I could study Japanese more. Yeah.
So in the first place, what brought you to Japan?
My family hosts exchange students in our house. We'll do like homestays at my house, and there were a few Japanese students, and it made me like interested in Japan. I started taking Japanese lessons and decided to come to Japan to study abroad myself.
So this is a topic
Mhm.
between Japan and your country. So you mean between Japan and the US?
Mhm.
What do you think is the most biggest difference?
Well, since I went to Japanese high school for 1 year, I think I can compare Japanese and American schools pretty well. In Japanese schools, students have their own classroom. In the States, the students will move around to each classroom. So you end up becoming pretty close to students in the same class as you. Also, senpai-kohai relationship is so strict.
Yeah, it's so strict.
I remember one time they got angry at me. The senpais got angry at me because I waved at them instead of bowing.
Oh.
But in American culture, if somebody waves at you, you're gonna wave back, right? It's rude to ignore the wave, so I waved back. And then later, a bunch of them, they came up to me and were just like, you can't do that. You're not a senpai.
Right. Oh yeah, you can. Right. You have to bow.
Yeah. So
You don't like it, actually?
I mean, it has good points, but I was actually the same age as them. Yeah, I was a little bit older than some of them, so it was kind of strange for me having to treat them with so much respect and them getting angry at me when I made a mistake. That was a big cultural difference for me. I'm used to it now, but I didn't really speak Japanese when I first came to Japan, and it was pretty traumatizing for 16-year-old me.
Okay, the last question. Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah, じゃあ日本語で話しますか。
はい。
どうやって日本語を学びましたか？
日本に一応住んでたので普通に自然的に喋れるようになって、でも多分私も英語を教えてるんですけど、バイトでいつも生徒に言ってるのは毎日やっぱり使うのが一番大事で。
なるほど。確かに。
そう、私も毎日日本語使ってるから多分それで喋れるようになったかなって思ってます。
じゃあ日本にいない日本語を学んでる人に向けて何した方がいいとかあります？
日本語の中の趣味とか作ったりすればいいかな。アニメ好きだったらアニメを見たり、音楽も聴いたりで、何回も同じのを見て、で字幕なしで見てみて、私もそういうことやって、それでちょっと 喋りになったかなどうだろう。
なるほど。ありがとうございます。
いえいえ
Where from?
I'm from Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Yeah.
So you live in Japan.
Yes.
How long?
Long time. More than 10 years. Yeah.
More than 10 years. What do you do in Japan?
I'm selling kebab.
Kebab.
Yeah.
I don't know like why it's so popular kebab
Kebab?
in Japan. It's so popular, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, Japanese, they don't eat kebab too much. Most of my customers are foreigners.
So there's lots of kebab shop, but mostly customers foreigners.
Yes,
I
yes,
see.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so this is today's topic question.
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference
Uh,
between Japan and your country? So which is Tunisia, right? So
yes.
what is the biggest difference?
Driving is different, left and right. Japan is right,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
country is left. About food, we use spoon and fork. Japanese use washi, right?
Yeah.
We eat more bread and pasta. Japanese eat too much rice almost every day. Building is different. You see, Japanese always on top like that, right? Triangle. Yeah? My country almost is flat because no snow. There is no snow. The roof is always flat and they cover it a little bit. Japan snow sometimes, right? Very heavy snow. We don't have heavy snow.
How about people? What is the difference?
People in Japan so quiet and very busy. In my country, everyone have time. People always take time and no busy, right? So slow. No one is rushing too much for making money or.
The last question, do you speak Japanese?
Yes.
Yes. 日本語でちょっと話しますかじゃあ。
はい、日本語。
どうやって学んだんですか？
もう日本長いから
確か
もう勉強しなくても勉強になります。
でも中には日本に長いこといる人でも英語喋らない日本語喋れない人いるじゃないですか。それは何が違うと思いますか？
という人は外国人と一緒に働いてる。
なるほど
母国語の言葉喋ったりすると勉強にならない。私は日本人と働いてる。日本人友達作る好きだけど、そう、Japanese friend, so talking.
どこで日本人の友達は作ってますか？
まあ渋谷とかバーとかどこでも。
ありがとうございます。
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey, come to Cleopatra Kebab in Shibuya, the best kebab in the world. Okay.
Where from?
I'm from Germany.
Germany. You live in Japan.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. How long have you been here?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. In the first place, what brought you to Japan?
First university, and I was modeling while I was going to university, and then I graduated, and COVID came, so I just stayed and was doing what I liked to do as a hobby before. Now it's my main thing.
Okay, so this is today's topic. What is the biggest difference between Japan and your country? So it means Germany. What is the difference? Japan, Germany.
Well, I feel like Japan has more of a. It's not just Germany, but Japan has more of a group thinking. Like in Japan, if you say let's do this, it's more like okay. Even if I think even with COVID, masks are effective or not effective, we don't know yet. There was this point. We're still everyone's gonna do it because just it's manner or because you can protect other people, even if you don't know if it's useful for yourself. But I think in Europe there was this okay, if you don't know if it's useful for myself, let's wait or let's see.
I see. So the way people thinking.
Yeah, I think there is more individualism, if it's for good or for bad. I think that's why there are also more protests in Europe because everyone's all America, my single right, rather than group thinking. But maybe this is too sensitive.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, the last question. Do you speak Japanese?
Yes.
Yes. 日本語で話します。
日本語で大丈夫。
日本語で話す。どうやって日本語学びました？
住んでから。
住んでから？じゃあ日本に来るタイミングの時はどんな感じでした？
ちょっと話せた。
あ、そうなんですか？
なんていう私のドイツの高校は日本に姉妹校があって、そこ1ヶ月だけ短期留学みたいな。
どこ行ったんですか？日本の。
宝塚市、兵庫。
はい。どうでしたそこは？
楽しかった。
楽しかったですか？でも今東京住んでるじゃないですか。
今東京です。
東京のがいいですか？
なんか今モデルやってるじゃないですか、
はいはいはい。
だからもう東京じゃないとなんか行けない、
仕事の関係で
活動できないそうそうそうそう
結局東京にいないといけないという。
そうですねやっぱり。
じゃあ旅行するなら今どこ行きたいですか？一番日本の中だったら。
いや今寒いの苦手だから沖縄行きたいまあ行ったことないんで。
沖縄僕行ったんですけどめっちゃ良かったです。ぜひ。ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. The culture and people and school, buildings, everything's different. From my experience, I would say the manner of people is the most different, I think. When I went abroad and people who work in there, in the shop or convenience shop, they are sitting and they are on the phone. I was so surprised. In Japan, you can't do that. Like you have to bow customers and then you can use your phone. You have to stand. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like a button and please subscribe to my channel. And next video, I'm gonna interview Japanese people. What do you think about stereotype of Japanese, of Japan? I'm gonna ask Japanese. Thank you so much. See you next time.